Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the lives of history's most fascinating military leaders. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're going to explore the remarkable life of Zachary Taylor, the 12th President of the United States and a seasoned military commander. Born on November 24, 1784, in Orange County, Virginia, Taylor's early life was marked by a strong sense of duty, discipline, and patriotism, which would eventually propel him to greatness. As we examine the formative years of Zachary Taylor, we find ourselves in the late 18th century, a time of great turmoil and transformation in America. The Revolutionary War had recently ended, and the young nation was expanding its borders, facing new challenges and opportunities. Taylor's family, particularly his father, James Taylor, played a significant role in shaping his early life and worldview. James Taylor, a veteran of the Revolutionary War, was a strict disciplinarian who valued hard work, self-reliance, and education. He instilled in his children a strong sense of morality, compassion, and patriotism, which would serve Zachary well throughout his life. The Taylor family's roots ran deep in Virginia, with James Taylor owning a modest farm in Orange County. The family's home, situated near the Rapidan River, was a hub of activity, with settlers, traders, and travelers passing through regularly. Young Zachary was fascinated by the stories of these visitors, who regaled him with tales of adventure, danger, and exploration. This exposure to the wider world beyond his farm sparked Taylor's curiosity and fueled his desire for adventure and service. As Zachary grew older, he received a basic education at home, with a focus on reading, writing, and mathematics. His parents also encouraged his interest in history, particularly the stories of American patriots who had fought for independence. This early exposure to history and patriotism would later influence Taylor's decision to pursue a military career. In 1790, when Zachary was just 6 years old, his family moved to Kentucky, which was then a frontier territory. The Taylors settled near Louisville, where James Taylor established a new farm and became involved in local politics. This move to the western frontier had a profound impact on Zachary's life, exposing him to the harsh realities of frontier living and the conflicts with Native American tribes. The Northwest Indian War, which lasted from 1785 to 1795, was a significant event during Taylor's childhood, as it highlighted the importance of military service and the need for strong leadership in the face of adversity. The war also brought attention to the region, with many notable figures, including George Washington, visiting the area to assess the situation and provide support. As Zachary entered his teenage years, he became increasingly interested in the military, inspired by his father's stories and the heroic exploits of American patriots. In 1808, at the age of 24, Taylor joined the Kentucky militia, marking the beginning of his long and distinguished military career. This decision would set him on a path that would take him from the battlefields of the War of 1812 to the pinnacle of American politics. The influence of Zachary's family and upbringing cannot be overstated. His parents, James and Sarah Strother Taylor, created an environment that fostered his growth into a confident, capable, and principled individual. The values they instilled in him, hard work, discipline, and patriotism, would serve as the foundation for his future successes and challenges. The experiences and influences of his formative years have laid the foundation for his future achievements and challenges. Taylor's military service began in 1808 when he joined the Kentucky militia as a lieutenant. He quickly distinguished himself as a capable and courageous leader, earning the respect of his peers and superiors. During the War of 1812, Taylor played a key role in several battles, including the Battle of Fort Meigs, where he helped to repel a British attack on the American fort. His bravery and tactical skills earned him a promotion to captain, and he continued to serve with distinction throughout the war. After the War of 1812, Taylor remained in the military, serving in various roles and locations, including the Wisconsin Territory, where he was involved in conflicts with Native American tribes. In 1832, he was promoted to colonel and given command of the 1st Infantry Regiment, which he led during the Black Hawk War. Taylor's experiences during this conflict, particularly his interactions with Native American leaders, would later influence his views on westward expansion and the treatment of indigenous peoples. The Mexican-American War marked a significant turning point in Taylor's military career. In 1846, he was appointed commander of the Army of Occupation, which was tasked with invading Mexico and capturing key cities and territories. Taylor's victories at the Battle of Palo Alto and the Battle of Monterrey earned him national acclaim, and he became known as a brilliant and daring commander. His successes in Mexico, particularly his capture of the city of Saltillo, cemented his reputation as a military leader and set him on the path to the presidency. Taylor's military career was marked by several key characteristics, including his emphasis on discipline, training, and logistics. He believed that a well-trained and well-equipped army was essential for success on the battlefield, and he worked tirelessly to ensure that his troops were prepared for combat. Taylor also recognized the importance of adaptability and flexibility, often adjusting his tactics mid-battle to respond to changing circumstances. Throughout his military career, Taylor was driven by a strong sense of duty, patriotism, and a desire to serve his country. He was deeply committed to the principles of American democracy and believed that the military played a crucial role in defending and expanding the nation's interests. Taylor's experiences during the Mexican-American War, particularly his interactions with Mexican leaders and civilians, would later influence his views on foreign policy and international relations. As we explore Taylor's military career, it becomes clear that he was a complex and multifaceted individual, driven by a range of motivations and values. His commitment to duty, honor, and country was unwavering, but he also had a deep empathy for the people and cultures he encountered during his travels. This blend of military prowess, cultural sensitivity, and diplomatic skill would serve Taylor well as he transitioned from a military leader to a national politician. Taylor's path to the presidency was largely a result of his military successes, particularly his victories in the Mexican-American War. His national acclaim and reputation as a brilliant and daring commander made him an attractive candidate for the Whig Party, which nominated him for president in 1848. Taylor's campaign was marked by his lack of political experience, but he ran on a platform of strong leadership and military prowess, which resonated with many Americans. As president, Taylor faced significant challenges, including the debate over slavery and the admission of new states to the Union. He believed that the decision to allow slavery in new territories should be left to the residents of those territories rather than being imposed by the federal government. This stance put him at odds with both abolitionists and pro-slavery advocates, who saw his position as too moderate. Despite these challenges, Taylor remained committed to his principles and worked tirelessly to promote the interests of the United States. He was a strong supporter of the idea of manifest destiny, which held that the United States was destined to expand its territory across North America. Taylor believed that this expansion was essential for the country's economic and strategic growth, and he worked to negotiate treaties and agreements with Native American tribes and foreign governments to facilitate this expansion. Tragically, Taylor's presidency was cut short when he died on July 9, 1850, after falling ill with a digestive ailment. His death led to Vice President Millard Fillmore assuming the presidency, and it marked a significant turning point in American history as the country continued to grapple with the issues of slavery, expansion, and national identity. As we reflect on Taylor's life and legacy, it becomes clear that he was a complex and multifaceted individual, driven by a range of motivations and values. His commitment to duty, honor, and country was unwavering, but he also had a deep empathy for the people and cultures he encountered during his travels. This blend of military prowess, cultural sensitivity, and diplomatic skill continues to inspire and inform American politics today. In conclusion, Zachary Taylor's life and career serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of leadership, integrity, and public service. His legacy continues to shape American politics and foreign policy, and his commitment to the principles of American democracy remains an inspiration to people around the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life and career of Zachary Taylor. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.